Alright lads, how's everyone doing today? I hope you're doing all well. Today I just wanted to discuss Dillian Whyte and his situation. So over the last weekend we had Dillian Whyte with a record of 30 wins and 3 losses against Christian Hammer, who had 27 wins and 10 losses, fight in the most random of places, County Mayo, in the Royal Theatre Castlebar. Honestly, I was very surprised with it. Also on that card we had Gary Spike O'Sullivan and Thomas Carty, which was just very confusing for an Irish person like myself. But it was interesting. The fight happened on St. Patrick's Day, and I'm guessing the people that got tickets to that fight were very excited with the surprise addition of Dillian Whyte, the body snatcher. This was Dillian Whyte's first fight back since he failed a drug test back in August of 2023, a week before the Anthony Joshua fight. In early March this year, we found out that it was a contaminated supplement, and we haven't really heard much since. Dillian's team has been very quiet about the whole situation. There was no big controversy like there was with Conor Benn. I honestly think Dillian Whyte and his team learned from the Conor Benn situation just to keep themselves quiet, keep out of the limelight, and just focus on trying to get his name resolved. What was very interesting was Dillian Whyte was cleared by the Texas Commission instead of the British board. And a lot of people are questioning that, as there have been a lot of strange things happen in the Texas Commission in the past, especially with MMA fighters. It's just very strange because Dillian Whyte's nationality is British, and he was born in Jamaica. Maybe if he got drug tested by the Jamaican Commission, if there is one, it'd make a bit more sense. But the Texas Commission, he doesn't live over there. He lives in Portugal, from what I know. Portugal or Spain, somewhere along those lines. It's just very confusing to me. So the fight Dillian Whyte had on Saturday was against Christian Hammer. It was a very short notice fight for both fighters. I think it got announced a week before they actually had the fight, which is very interesting. But can't really fault Dillian for wanting to get back into the ring as soon as he could. The fight only went 3 rounds, as it was stopped after the 3rd round, as Christian Hammer's team wouldn't let him out of the corner. I don't know if it was Christian Hammer that didn't want to come out for the 3rd round, or his team advised it, but either way, it was a big upset. I know Dillian Whyte was very, very mad afterwards. He was frustrated. You could see it in his face. And as the announcement was being made of who the winner was, you could see Dillian calling him a coward, and he just kept calling him a coward. He looked like he wanted to go in for another couple of rounds after.
You're a coward. Why? You're a coward. You're a coward.
The question is, what is next for Dillian Whyte? Should he retire? Is this kind of the end of his career? He is 35. He's in the prime of his career, age-wise. But at the same time, if you watched his last couple fights, his fight against Fury, his fight against Jermaine Franklin, and his fight against Christian Hammer, he didn't look all that special. He looked a lot more slow, sluggish, and didn't really show much in those fights. Some fights that are being thrown around at the moment for him are a fight against him and Deontay Wilder over in Saudi. I think it'd be a good fight. I think after Deontay Wilder's last fight, I think Dillian Whyte will be going in as the favourite, just because of how much of a slugger he is. He'll go in there, he'll put his head down into Wilder's chest and he'll just beat away at him. I don't think Wilder will be able to keep him off, especially for 12 rounds. The next fight I could see happening is a rematch between Dillian and Joseph Parker. I think this could be an interesting one, seeing as how active Joseph Parker has been lately, and his two big wins against Zhilei Zhang and Deontay Wilder. I think it could be an amazing fight, to be honest. I think a lot of the British fans would be very excited for that. And it could be another big fight over in Saudi. Honestly, I think this would be my favourite fight. I think this would definitely prove if Dillian Whyte is still the man he once was. I think it'd be a very tough fight for him because of how active Joseph Parker has been lately. But at the same time, I'd be up for it. Their last fight was back in 2018, and it ended with a unanimous decision going towards Dillian Whyte. And honestly, I could see it going the complete opposite way this time. I think it could be a UD towards Parker because he's just been fighting so well recently. And the last fighter I'm gonna bring up is Joe Joyce. After his win over the weekend as well against Cash Ali, after KOing him in the 10th round, I think this could be a very interesting fight. And I think it could be a stepping stone for both of them to get back into contention in the heavyweight division. Joseph Parker has come off of 2 losses against Zhilei Zhang and 1 win against Cash Ali where he didn't look very impressive. He looked very slow, sluggish. He came in very, very heavy for the fight, which I was surprised about. They're both around the same age. Joe Joyce coming in at the age of 38 and Dillian Whyte coming in at the age of 35. A 3-year difference doesn't make much of a difference in my opinion in the heavyweight division. I think they're both still good fighters. I think it'd be a complete war. I don't think any of them are going to be taking a back foot. I think both of them are going to meet in the middle and go absolute balls to the walls for the 12 rounds, if it even goes that far. I could see this going either way, honestly. But I don't see this happening over in Saudi. I think this could be a big show for the UK. I could see this happening in the Manchester Arena, somewhere where they could fill it up fairly easily, in my opinion. I do think Dillian Whyte has to take one of these 3 fights in the next upcoming months, in my opinion, because he needs to keep active. You see all the best boxers at the moment, supposedly, like Joshua and Parker in the division, both of them really, really active lately, and it shows in their performances. And I think a lot of people are going to be jumping on that trend. Come to the end of this video and this discussion about Dillian Whyte's career. One thing is certain, his career is definitely not over. He's going to be pushing along as much as he can. I know that he definitely wants more fights. He's definitely going to be wanting to prove himself in the division now that he's back, especially with Saudi and the way Turkey is throwing out money for people. We could see him very soon, and I hope we do. This is going to be the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you don't mind giving a like, comment below what you think is next for Dillian's career, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.